What is going on? Welcome back to another episode of I Think This Is a Podcast. I look sleepy because I am. I just woke up. It's 9:18 in the morning. I get a text from my group chat and they send me a video. They send me a video talking about the Utopia album. Now, the Utopia album came out July 28th. I've been listening to it. I probably listened to it maybe 5-6 times. But our first listen, woke up July 28th. That was a Friday. I woke up, immediately turned it on. Didn't even rub the crust out my eyes, right? Turn it on. I get to maybe Modern Jam, like the third song. And I'm like, man, what the fuck is this? Literally, I text the group chat like, bro, what the fuck am I listening to? Like, this is supposed to be like Utopia, like his magnum opus. Like, this is supposed to be it. It's been like 5-6 years, whatever, since Astroworld came out. He has so much time to do this. And how you gonna perform this bullshit at the pyramids? How you gonna go to Egypt and perform this bullshit? Now that's our first listen, right? 3-4 songs in, I'm like, bro, hell nah, bro. Travis done flopped, bro. Fuck. Then I get ready for the day. I get up. I'm doing my business or whatever. I get in the car. I'm like, let me. You feel me? Music appreciation is still important. Let me listen to the whole thing. I put it on in the car. I think by this time I'm listening to maybe around Sirens. Like, this is before Meltdown, so I haven't even heard Meltdown yet. No, matter of fact, My Eyes. I haven't even got to My Eyes yet. So I'm getting in the car. I'm listening to My Eyes. I'm like, ooh, this one, it though. Like, okay, I see. Blah, blah, blah. Then I know. I don't even remember the order, but I just know when I heard these couple songs, I'm like, okay, these are it. But the other ones are not it. None whatsoever. So I'm riding. I'm like halfway through. I'm probably past Meltdown. I hear Drake's verse. I'm like, okay, Drake, you did your shit. You dissing the fuck out of niggas. But all right. I think I get to maybe like Circus Maximus. And I'm like, if I had to judge this album, I'd probably give it like a 5.7. Literally, I text the group chat. I'm like, bro, this album is really like a 5.7. If I had to judge this shit off first listen. And I just had so much shit to say about it. I can go through the group chat and just like spew everything I was saying, but that'll be a long video. So, long story short, I get an album of 5.7 on first listen. Then I'm listening more. I'm going on Twitter, reading the discourse about the album, see what everybody else is thinking about. And all the things I'm saying in the group chat are the things that everybody's saying on Twitter. Yo, he took from Kanye so much, or oh, this album is it just don't sound good. It's not cohesive. I think that's the I Am a God beat. Oh, that sounds like Black Skinhead. All of this I've already said to the group chat. I'm like, bro, everything I just told y'all, bro, is in this. It's in Twitter. Like, everybody is agreeing the same thing. But then there's a handful of people like, oh, y'all just don't get it. Y'all don't understand. This is his best album to date. This is his magnum opus. This is blah, blah, blah. I'm like, are y'all hearing the same thing I'm hearing? Like, y'all can't be hearing the same thing I'm hearing. By the end of this week, Pitchfork comes out with their article, and they give it a 5.7. I'm like, bro, I said that first day, 5.7, literally, first day, 5.7. It's no better, no worse. It's really a mid album. It's 22 songs or whatever the fuck. I can pick out 5 songs that I can say are sonically, that are good to the ear, and that you could run back like at a function, when you just letting the music play, you feel me? Because you can't play Circus Maximus while cleaning the house. You get what I'm saying? You can't play, let's say, Hyena when you at the kickback. You can't, like, somebody in my group chat said, how is he supposed to perform this at a concert? Like, this isn't concert worthy. Like, this music is not what you would perform at a concert other than like Fiend. Obviously, Fiend is like on this Playboy Cardi wave, you feel what I'm saying? If I'm not mistaken, Cardi's on that song. So I'm like, yeah, he got a point. Like, this is just a lot of noise. But then I get to thinking, I'm like, bro, am I turning into all the fans from Yeezus? Because I remember back in, 2013 when Yeezus dropped, I was the one saying, this album is incredible. This album is before its time. This album is, y'all don't get it yet. Y'all have to grow into it. Give it a couple years, you'll understand, etc., etc. I'm the one saying that in 2013. So I'm like, oh my God, is that me? Am I that person now? Because this is what I was saying about Yeezus. So I take a step back. I turn on my thinking cap. I played the album 2 or 3 more times. And I'm like, okay, yeah, this is all right. SZA, all right, she doing her shit on there. Maybe I prefer her vocals to get mastered a little better. She sounds like she's in an empty auditorium. She sounds like she like super duper spacey. She going though, like she talking her shit, like she doing that, no cap. I'm like, okay, SZA doing her shit. I could do without Future. That's just my personal preference. I don't really care for Future. Not to say he's a bad artist, but I just don't give a fuck about Future, bro. You know, some of those artists where it's just like you don't care about their discography. Future is that person for me. Like, he's not as good as people make him out to be. And I'm like, okay, yeah, that Future, I could do without him. SZA doing her shit. Westside Gunn is snapping. Oh, shit. But why did he change the beat like that? Why did he do that? That just, like, it make your skin crawl. It's, like, uncomfortable. But he does that multiple times on this album. Like, Schizo, I think it's 3 beat changes, bro. Schizo has 3 beat changes. And I'm like, bro, what is he doing? Like, it's good every quote unquote song that's on Schizo, because that's 3 fucking songs. They're good in their own right, but why are you transitioning them into each other like that? We don't need that. Then I'm getting tired of hearing music and shit. I'm like, bro, how long is this song? I'm looking at the songs, the length of these songs, they're like 6 minutes, 8 minutes. 5.5 minutes. I'm like, bro, god damn, we all know it's 2023 and niggas' attention spans are the size of a fucking mustard seed. Bro, 6 minutes is too fucking long for 3-4 songs. Niggas right now are making 24 song albums, nigga. You're making a 6-minute song that then goes into a 8-minute song. That just left off of a 5-minute song. That's as long as some niggas' albums at this point. Not to say that my attention span is that short, but I'm just saying, like, the average song should be like 3 minutes, 4 minutes max if you really riding that motherfucker and we want to hear more. But a lot of this shit, we don't necessarily want to hear more of. And there's people that's arguing that have the debate about the numbers. Oh, this is the highest streamed song on Spotify. Streamed album on Spotify. How could you say that this isn't blah, blah, blah? Bro, everybody's going to run to it. Duh. That don't mean they really listening for real. It's Utopia. It's the album that we've been talking about, that we've been waiting for since, I don't know when. Like, niggas is going look. It's that simple. Like, I can't stress enough how I don't give a fuck about first week numbers when it comes to the art. Yeah, the metrics, the stardom and all of that. Yeah, first week numbers is a thing. Like, you're gonna expect Drake to do 300 plus. You're gonna expect Kendrick to do 300, maybe 500. You're gonna expect this. So when, like, say the Pink Tape came out, and Uzi, I expected him to do high numbers because it's Lil Uzi and his fan base is like a fucking cult following. They don't give a fuck what he dropping. He's gonna fucking do numbers. Cause the pink tape was ass. And niggas ain't gonna say it, but that shit is ass, bro. Garbage. And I was telling my boy Kendall, I'm like, man, if Utopia does what Utopia needs to do, we gotta have a whole nother conversation about Travis. Cause Travis has not missed. Give me an album that Travis has missed. None. You can't think about it. Even all the way back to Al Faro, he has not missed. Rodeo came and shook the fucking world. And he came and bust the door down. You feel what I'm saying? Then Birds came out of nowhere and it's like, oh my God, what is this? Oh, the Migos? Oh, Justin Bieber? Is that Cudi? Oh my God, this is that shit. Then he talks about Astroworld for that time period, and everybody's anticipating Astroworld, and that shit became a fucking movie. Astroworld was a movie, and then the world stopped for Astroworld because Astroworld and Nicki's project came out at the same time, and everybody's on the edge of their seats like, oh shit, who's gonna do better first week? You feel what I'm saying? Like, bro, didn't Astroworld got stripped from the Grammy? Like, he didn't even win. And niggas was upset because that album was that album. Like, he does not fucking miss. So for Utopia to be this, it's like, bro, it gotta be something else. And I'm thinking about this every day. I'm like, it gotta be something else. What is it that's wrong with Utopia? My guy Eric, literally every other day in the group chat is, bro, this album isn't bad. I just don't know what it is. There's something about this album that just makes you uncomfortable. You get what I'm saying? So that shit made too much sense. So I'm gonna go ahead and show y'all what he sent me this morning that made me jump up. Like, I literally jumped out of bed, set everything up, and was like, bro, I gotta record this. Cause that shit blew my fucking mind.
Travis called Utopia. Travis called you.
What the fuck? Hey, yo.
Travis describes what Utopia.
In Travis Scott's Utopia, Travis describes what a utopia is really like. The album starts with Travis not being in a utopia nor a dystopia, but just in his regular life.
The situation we are in, neither a good one, nor is it so unblessed.
At the end of Sirens, we hear Drake talking to a girl. Drake says that he will take her to Utopia, but this girl doesn't see this as a utopia.
I thought we were going to Utopia.
What makes you say this isn't Utopia?
Isn't it supposed to be some perfect destination?
It looks perfect to me.
This is the idea of the album. Utopia is a personal and subjective experience. Therefore, my utopia isn't your utopia. Throughout the album, Travis falls for false utopias. This is hinted at in the billboard advertisements of this album. These advertisements ask if you can find utopia at the bank or a liquor store, places where people think they can find happiness while they probably can't. In the latter part of this album, Travis finds his utopia.
I can't wait to live in glory and eternity.
The album ends with the question of what you can do after you have found your utopia.
Where will you go now that you're done with me?
Perhaps the true utopia is the journey towards it, because when you have found your utopia, you are already looking for the next. Utopia exists right now, because you can create it yourself. This also fits in with the idea of a dystopia, because one's utopia may be another's dystopia. This is likely why the sound of utopia feels more dystopian.
I don't think y'all picked up the last 2-3 sentences that he said. Like, the man said,
Exists right now.
Utopia exists right now because you can create your own utopia. So that immediately creates an objective thinking towards this album, right? Then he says that also argues the point to one's utopia versus another person's dystopia. So this album can really be one's utopia. Like, this can be somebody's album that they say, oh, Travis is this is the best Travis I've ever heard. And then the next person is, this is the worst Travis I ever heard. But you can't really argue that. And that plays to the art. You feel what I'm saying? Like, just the provoking the conversation of, is this good or is this bad? Quote unquote, is this utopia or is this dystopia? Because your utopia can be my dystopia. I can't argue that at all. And this is what I live for. Like, that right there, the fact that I couldn't come to a realization right there, right then and there, that is the album. That's art right there. That's what gets my my fucking heart pumping. You feel what I'm saying? That's what gets my gears going, because the fact that it provokes such a conversation is the art. Like, in the video it said, the process of going towards utopia may actually be the utopia. Like, there is no actual destination to utopia. It's the process of getting to utopia. That shit's incredible, bro. That shit blew my mind. And that honestly made the album 10 times better. Because now we can't really judge the album. Like, well, we can judge the album, obviously. But there's no definitive answer to the album. Because overall, it can be dystopic to you. Or it can be utopic to you. That shit's incredible. But a lot of people won't get that. That, like consumers. Consumers not gonna think like that because they aren't necessarily into the arts. You get what I'm saying? They not necessarily like enthusiasts when it comes to music. They listen to what they listen to, and what they play on the radio, you know, what's pushed to them. You get what I'm saying? So they might not have heard his last 3 albums, or they might be getting introduced to Travis Scott from this album. You get what I'm saying? So they don't necessarily have things to compare it to. They might not even care about comparing. You get what I'm saying? So I feel like that's incredible. That's an incredible piece of work right there. Because there's think about like art pieces. A couple years ago, there was an art piece in Art Basel, I think. It was a fucking a rotten banana duct taped to a white canvas. That shit sold for hella bread. Now, one person can say, this is art, this is amazing, this provokes this, that, and the third. And the next person can look at that man like, that's a fucking banana, bro. What are you talking about? That shit ain't art. Whoever bought this is dumb as hell, blah, blah, blah. It's subjective as fuck, bro. It's subjective as hell. So you can't really have a definitive conversation on this album. And that's what I feel like is incredible. And I think that as the artist that we've known Travis to be, we expected something more on the realm of an Astro World. I think that we thought maybe, oh, he's going to take the Astro World sound and revamp it and, you know, mature that sound even further. That's completely out of the window with this album. It honestly sounds like Yeezus. That's why it blew my mind when I'm like, if this sounds like Yeezus, why don't I like it? And I still can't pinpoint. Well, yeah, I can. I got hella gripes. But the fact that I can pinpoint here and there and on this song, this transition, or that beat to this, or his voice on this is super, quote unquote, dystopic to me, makes my skin crawl, makes me uncomfortable. But it makes the next person excited, incredible. I mean, I don't fucking know, man. You know what I'm talking about. Like, it makes them jump for joy about the fucking song. which is shit. That may be what he intended, because that works around the whole topic of utopia and dystopia. So going into this album, I didn't even think about the opposite of utopia. I didn't even think about dystopia when I went into this album. I thought he was going to be presenting utopia to us. I thought he was gonna be like the spokesperson to utopia. This is utopia. But no. Complete opposite. Drake even said on the album, I mean, who should say this isn't utopia? The girl's like, the fuck is this? This is just a hotel room. Nigga, this might be my safe haven. This might be where I feel like I am the most comfortable, the most relaxed. I can let everything go. You feel me? This is my utopia. I don't know about you, but... And she's like, this dingy ass hotel room, this is not no utopia. To you. So, in a nutshell, after hearing that synopsis, I'm like, bro, I can't give this album a 5.7 anymore. So, therefore, I think I'm gonna bump my rating up to a 7.2. I think this album gets a 7.2 solely because he was able to provoke a conversation that the world can discuss together, and that's almost like it's never ending. Like I said, it's no definitive answer because it's subjective. So one side of Twitter can say one thing, the next side can say the other, and it's just going to be ongoing, which leads to this album always being talked about. Because the moment you talk about Travis now is, well, what about Utopia though? Like, yeah, he had Astro World. Yeah, he had Rodeo. But what about Utopia? That shit was ass. What about Utopia? And the next man is like, bro, that shit wasn't ass. That shit was that's the best Travis I ever heard. 10 years down the line, that's going to be the conversation about Travis. And to be honest, when I first heard Travis Scott, right, Days Before Rodeo, I think that came out after Al Farrow. I didn't really know who Travis was when Al Farrow came out. I went back to Al Farrow. But when I heard Days Before Rodeo and I heard Mamacita, I'm like, this is an artist. This is art. This is not what we've heard before. At the time, I said that, but obviously we had Kanye West and Kid Cudi. But this sound is like a mold between Cudi and Kanye, and this is just amalgamation of incredibleness. Travis is gonna go far. Hell yeah. He's not a rapper, he's an artist. He's not a rapper, he's an artist. That's Travis. And I'm like, bro, y'all gotta tap in. Travis is that one. He's the next up for sure. Then you see everything. You see his career just go up. He's talking to everybody. He's in rooms with Kanye. He's working with Future now. Rodeo comes out. Whoa! I told y'all, this man is art itself. Fuck being a rapper. This nigga is it. 90210. Apple pie. I don't want your apple pie, mama. I don't want to die from niggas jacking me. Come on. I'm like, nigga, this is it. Didn't even know Birds was going to come out. Birds in the Trap. And I said, do y'all, he don't miss. He don't fucking miss. Then you fuck around and hear the Migos on there. Migos was the Migos when Birds came out. Or was it just Quavo? It was just Quavo on there, but still, like Migos was it back then. Then Cudi. We ain't heard from Cudi in how long? You got Cudi on this bitch? For sure. Justin Bieber? Working with Travis Scott. Back then, it was, oh, Justin. Right now, it's like, bro, Justin Bieber, bro. Hell nah, bro. Get this nigga off the song. We don't want to hear no yummy yum. You feel what I'm saying? We don't want to hear no yummy yum. But back then, it's like, Justin Bieber on this bitch too? For sure. Niggas couldn't wait till his next album. He's creating a whole world around Astroworld after Birds come out. Everybody's like, oh, this is going to be it. He can't go down. He can only go up because this nigga is incredible. You said what? He creating an amusement park themed song album? Whoa, I can just imagine. It took him a minute, but he dropped that bitch. And that bitch was incredible. Stargazing? Rolling, got me stuck gazing. What? 5% tint? What? Rest in peace to Screw? What? This nigga is art itself. Now, personally, I thought that Astroworld was almost like too good. Cause I became a hater of Astroworld because these songs are very fucking good. You got the right people on these bitches. You introduced us to Don Toliver, and whoa. Can't even, like, whoa. Don Toliver is, whoa. Then you just hear that bitch over and over and over and over and over. Niggas are still listening to Astroworld today. And I'm like, bro, cut that shit off, bro. Like, his sound was timeless. But y'all beat that shit into the ground. So now I can't even agree that Travis's sound is timeless anymore. Like, I like Astroworld, but I low-key had to delete that bitch earlier this year. I'm like, bro, I'm so tired of hearing Stargazing, bro. Bystanders. I'm so tired of hearing it. It's incredible music. Incredible music. Just tired of hearing that shit. Can't wait till Utopia come out so I can run that bitch into the ground and start hating 2 years later. I'm so ready. I'm ready for that process. I started hating it 3 minutes into the fucking album, bro. Who am I? I'm just a fucking art critic. That's all I am at this point, nigga. I'm just a fucking critic to the arts. You feel what I'm saying? But yeah, man, I can't put him in that rapper aspect too, because listen to what he's doing. He created a whole world around Astroworld, right? Amusement park. He had that Netflix special. You know, it's like, bro, ain't nobody doing this. Ain't nobody creating a whole cinematic world around their album. And I think he even created a physical Astroworld once or twice out in Houston or whatever the fuck he from. I'm like, nobody's doing this, bro. This nigga he's like fucking, who's an artist that I can say that everybody fucking know? He's you feel what I'm saying? You get what the fuck I'm saying. This nigga is an artist. He's Andy Warhol. You feel what I'm saying? To the music. So I'm excited to after hearing that take from that guy. I want to shout him out, but it was just on a Travis Scott Flame Instagram post. Like, there wasn't a face to that or anything, so I can't say shout out to that nigga for coming up with that. You feel what I'm saying? Shout out to whoever made that. But I'm excited after hearing that. I'm excited to watched the movie that he dropped. I haven't seen it. I haven't seen no discourse around the movie either. Maybe it hasn't officially came out. I know he did show a screening of it. The tour is gonna be crazy. Obviously, it's Travis fucking Scott, and it's a lot of people that say they love this album and that this is his best work. So I know the tour is gonna be just as crazy as Astro World Tour. I did hear that Egypt got canceled, so we won't be seeing him on top of the fucking pyramid. Bro, y'all know that meme of Travis Scott picking up the mic and he looking like what's the nigga from SpongeBob? The paper sponge. Or I can just see him on top of the fucking pyramids doing that shit. Bruh, that's a good episode of SpongeBob. But that's beside the point. But yeah, Egypt got canceled. He did make a post that said basically that he already anticipated that Egypt was gonna get canceled, and he had 4 backup locations that's with the shits. So we'll see, either he's gonna make it right with Egypt, and if that falls through completely, he got 4 other places that he have already been in talks with. So the show must go on, and it's gonna go on eventually. He's gonna give us dates. I'm excited to see that live stream. Hopefully it's not behind a paywall. Hopefully it's like on Amazon Prime, like Kendrick's concert and shit like that. Kendrick and Tyler's and shit. But overall, man, I am still listening to the album. I'm hating, but I'm still listening to the album. I fucked around and downloaded the majority of the album while I was hating. Ain't that fucking funny? So I downloaded 17 songs, right? Put it in the group chat. I'm like, man, these are the songs that I didn't even know I downloaded that many fucking songs. But I'm like, man, these are the songs I downloaded from this bullshit. He said, bro, you downloaded the whole song, the whole album. And I looked at it, I said, oh shit, I sure did. But those are like songs that, like majority of the songs, I can tolerate them. Like they're not bad songs. They're just not, they're not the best on the ear. You get what I'm saying? Like it's an acquired listen. It's not something you could throw on in pastime. Like, you kind of gotta tell yourself you want to listen to Hyena. You gotta tell yourself you want to listen to the whole Telekinesis. Like, that shit long as fuck. SZA's verse literally could have been its own song. Literally, it could have been his own song. Now, till further notice, when you come now, James Blake gets on any rapper's song and motherfucking murders every time, bro. Every single time. He was on Don Toliver's album, that Lovesick. Beautiful. James Blake is that wigger. James Blake is that wigger for sure. That nigga is incredible, bro. That voice is, and then 21 came in with them 808s and Metro. Bro, what up, bro? Till Further Notice is the best song on Utopia. That's hands down. Fight Your Mama on that one. I ain't gonna lie. Fight Your Mama. Till Further Notice is the best song on there. Now, I do hear a lot of people saying that Topia Twins or Telekinesis. Well, that's really the discourse right there. It's Topia Twins, in between Topia Twins and Telekinesis with Future and SZA on what's the best song on the album. Fuck all that. Till Further Notice. Facts. And then Till Further Notice. I was about to be cringe as fuck. Never mind. I was about to be fucking cringe. But I think that's all I got for this album. Sucks I ain't had nobody to really talk to about this album on this episode. But it's all good. We'll see a new guest soon. You know, it's been a while since I actually made an episode, and that's because I've been trying to find the right fit and the right topics to have on the podcast. I don't want to just be making episodes randomly and it's just a bunch of bullshit just so I can say that I'm staying consistent. You know, it's not really about the consistency when it comes to the pod. Like, that might be in the forefront for a lot of people, but I really want to dish out quality conversation, even if it's not what you prefer from a podcast. Like, I don't want to grow a fan base that's here for a specific topic of discussion, or for, oh, he's known for this, that, and the third. Like, no, I literally want to have conversation about anything, but it be a conversation that sparks more thinking in someone. So like, that video this morning sparked more thinking. Like, I literally need to be fucking intellectually growing as I speak, as I'm listening to other people speak. That's what I want from this podcast. That's why it's called I Think, because I just want to think, and I just want to hear other people's thoughts. I don't want to just have sit down conversations about random shit. So if you enjoyed this episode, if you enjoy what I just said, I appreciate you for staying locked in. It's been maybe a month or so since I dropped the last episode. Hopefully it's not a month or so till I drop the next one. But as long as the music industry, no, it ain't gonna be that long. If Drake dropped in 2 weeks like he said he gonna drop, well, basically in a week like he said he gonna drop, I'll be back. Even if it's gotta be by myself again, brother, I will be back. Cause one reason why I haven't been talking about music the way I've been wanting to, because this year has been very fucking slow when it comes to music. Like, bro, I done fell off of rap at this point. Like, I'm listening to EDM, pop, I'm listening to a little R&B. Let me just, what are the last couple albums that I've been listening to lately? It's crazy how Post Malone dropped that beautiful ass project, but everybody wants to talk about Utopia and how good or bad it is, when Post Malone dropped the undeniably good album that's just not rap. It's not even under the rap category anymore. It's pop. That should say pop. Like, it's that beautiful. You feel what I'm saying? But this goes to saying how slow music has been for me. So, where's my library? Outside of Post Malone and Utopia, I've been listening to Odessa, that's EDM. Dominic Mack, that's fucking alternative. Kamari, that's a new artist, that's R&B. Fucking okay, The Alchemist dropped the EP. That shit's good as fuck, with Larry June on it, Earl Sweatshirt, Bodie James. That's fucking good. Earl Sweatshirt dropped a single this year that's very good. Killer Mike dropped an album that's very fucking good, especially for his big age, his old age. He's dropping fucking quality music. Like, if you haven't heard Killer Mike's Michael, go and listen to that. That's a self-titled album about basically his life. Jordan Ward, that's R&B. Fucking Arlo Parks. Arlo Parks is pop. K Tronada, that's fucking EDM. Like, bro, K Tronada and Amine dropped. That ain't even really rap for real. They got it under the rap category, but that's fucking EDM mixed with rap. The best album this year, in my opinion, is fucking IDK F65. Like, I've been listening to nothing but old shit for real. Black R&B. When it comes to rap, I've been listening to fucking old shit, bro. Like, I'm ready for something fresh and sustainable, bro. I'm tired of just hearing this rinse and repeat ass music. You feel what I'm saying? I had to step into EDM at this point, bro. I literally had to step into EDM. But I ain't gonna talk y'all head off no more. I appreciate y'all tuning in. I appreciate y'all coming back. For the ones who have come back, the new listeners, hey man, lock me in. You feel me? Lock me in. Subscribe, like, share this shit. If I was talking bullshit, let me know I was talking bullshit. Let me know in the comments. Let me know how you feel about the Utopia album. Was it a dystopia to you or was it a utopia to you? It was personally a dystopia to me at first, but now that I got a newfound fucking aspect on the album, that shit probably in between it. And utopic though. No cap. All right, man. Until next time. Peace.